Hi everyone, I am Katie, the Crafty Blog Stalker, and today I am going to show you how to turn your cell phone into a really cool hologram projector just using a simple cone made out of clear plastic. Now it sounds too easy or too good to be true, but it really does work, and it is super simple, and it is so fun to see all of these holograms coming right out of your phone. So you can make this for a phone size. This is an iPhone 6, but it will really work for any smartphone. Or I also have instructions on how to make it for a little bit larger screen, like an iPad or a tablet. It's kind of crazy to think that all you need to make a hologram with your smartphone is this little cone-shaped clear plastic thing. It really is quite simple to make, and hopefully my goal was to make it as easy for you as possible. So I even created this little printable PDF pattern with patterns on here that you can just simply trace to create your hologram cone. Now for your supplies, you will need either some clear plastic sheeting, which I have right here. In the craft world, we call this window sheets. But I've also seen people use this top part of a CD case. So this will be a little bit more difficult to cut. You'll definitely need a craft knife for this. But then you'll also need either scissors or a craft knife and just some simple transparent tape. I've got my Sharpie and my window sheet right here, and I'm going to pull in this printable PDF pattern that I've created. Now you'll see on here I've got two sizes. I've got a smaller one for small screens, that's like your iPhones, and then for larger screens, that's more like the iPads and tablets. This size works really well for my iPad mini. And it should work just fine even if you have a larger sized iPad as well. But if you'd like, you can just make that just a little bit bigger for your larger tablets. So what I'm gonna do is start by tracing those shapes right onto my window sheet just with a thin point or fine point Sharpie marker. Now I needed to trace 4 of the same shape because my cone has 4 sides. So then I am going to bring in my scissors and just cut those out as close to the black line as possible. Now you'll notice that a lot of my tracing lines aren't straight. That's because I am a horrible tracer, but I can make those lines straight with my scissors, so I am not that worried about it. All right, so there we have our 4 shapes. Now I'm gonna bring in this transparent tape, and we're just gonna cut little slices of it, and you really want a thin piece, so I'm actually gonna cut this in half. I'm gonna lay it down, put it about halfway on that piece of tape, like that, and then take another one of these little triangles, line it up with the first on that tape and stick it together like that. And then I'm going to take this other side of tape that I cut. I'm going to do that again. And just keep going all of the way around. Now this time, to attach this side, I'm going to have to fold it a little bit to get those sides to come together. And there you can see that I have my cone. Now you can see here a couple of the black lines. They're still there in my cone, but really it's okay because when you watch the videos you want it to be dark, so you really won't see those. So now what I'm going to do is bring in my smartphone, and I'm going to go to YouTube, and I am simply going to search for a hologram video. And there's lots to choose from. As you can see, there's even some frozen ones, there's a couple minions. So there's a lot to choose from. They're really kind of fun to see the different ones and to watch them. I'm just going to click on this top one here at the top. Now You'll also want to go full screen, so your entire screen is filled by this video. Whoops. And then all you do once it starts is take your cone that you made and just put it there in the center. Now from this angle, it really doesn't look like very much, but when you turn it to the side, when all of the lights are out, you can see these beautiful butterflies just fluttering away. And the great thing about this video is it actually goes to a couple different, actually several different holograms that you can see with this awesome hologram cone that you have made for yourself. Isn't that one of the coolest things you've ever seen? And now you can make your own. I want to thank you for joining me today, and I would love for you to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming tutorials. And of course, you can always find me at my home base at thecraftyblogstalker.com. Thanks everybody. Bye.